Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your Tuesday College Football Week 13. Yes, just 1 week before Thanksgiving. 2 weeks for the regular season for most of these teams left. Don't forget, if you want to get in our best plays, of course, you go over to docsports.com/ well, this is the premium level. So you can go here. The link is in the description if you want to get on. These are all of our extra plays, including parlays, props, sides, totals, all that kind of stuff. If you do the $49.99 level, you get all three of us levels, and you will not regret it. If you want to get in on our 2-for-1 exclusive football pass, it's $99 usually for just one of us. You get them both for $99 if you use this link, docsports.com/Craig Arun. We had a rare losing week last week, but we're back at it. We had a nice winning week the week before, so we'll be back at it. Nice winning week this week. You'll be 14 plays included in that, so make sure you get in on it. All right, IC, you're going to kick us off here. Western Michigan at Northern Illinois. I thought Northern Illinois, after the way they started the year, we're going to be a little better. Just 3-7 on the year, both straight up and against the spread. Western Michigan come off a big win last week. Can they keep it going? -6.5, their favorite on the road, total 38.5.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is, by the way, I had 1 or 8 unit last week, and I fell short this week. I won the 2 previous 7 stars the previous 2 weeks. I'd won 3 out of the last 4 top plays. So Craig and I, long term, he and I would do come out on top. So looking forward to that. And obviously 8-4 start to college basketball, 7 units tonight. And NBA, I think we're on a 10-3 run. So all good there. Winning CFL season as well. And a 7-1 run in hockey. And jump on YouTube Premium because that's truly the edge. All right. Western Michigan. They won 17-13 against Ohio, 24-21 against Central Michigan. Look, I mean, this team is 6-4 now, right? And the most impressive thing was the fact that they played 2 really good teams in North Texas and Illinois. And they nearly beat North Texas, which I was impressed with. They also beat Toledo as a 13.5-point dog. They get to play on prime time here. Against Ohio, I didn't think they played particularly that great, but they were able to win that contest. Ohio also went 8 for 19 in passing, so it's not like they were phenomenal. It's more that they were bad rather than maybe Western Michigan was good. Northern Illinois, of course, comes off their biggest win of the year, 45-3 against UMass, covering the -9. But, this is the least amount of points they've given up all year, just 3 points, too. And they probably have a little bit of a letdown here. Northern Illinois beat them 42-28. I can only look at this game one way, and I like Western Michigan minus the points here. Minus the 6.5. They get an opportunity to be on prime time. They get a little revenge here. They didn't score a lot of points last week. NIU coming off their biggest win of the year, also the best defensive performance of the year. Put it all together, give me Western Michigan minus the 6.5. Craig, UMass here, plus 32.5 dog against Ohio. UMass is 0-10. Ohio is 6-4, of course. UMass, of course, coming off that 30-45 loss to NIU. Ohio coming off that 13-17 loss to Western Michigan. What do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, UMass, could join the MAC. I thought, this is not that far off of where they are. Maybe I was wrong. 0-4 and 2-8 against the spread, so it has not been pretty. And people might think Ohio maybe has a letdown here, and that's why you should play UMass. But remember, the MAC is really close here. Western Michigan's 5-1. We have Central Michigan, Ohio, Toledo, Buffalo, Miami of Ohio, all 4-2. So the MAC championship game is kind of like, when you're in a mid-major conference like this, that's the end-all be-all. Obviously, if you win the MAC championship, that's a really big feather in your cap. I think Ohio does not have a letdown. It is a lot of points to lay. I get it. But Ohio is that good of a team, and I just don't see them having any letdown here. Lay the 32.5 with Miami of Ohio. I actually think the under is a good play. I know it's like kind of, shooting, like through an eye of a needle a little bit. But that's what I think they win like 42-3 or something like that. I think it's going to be an absolute whitewash. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. All right, last game here for Tuesdays, the 18th of November here. We've got Akron at Bowling Green. Bowling Green's favored by 3.5, total 47. 2 pretty evenly matched teams here, and the line suggests that. What do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, look, Akron college basketball is what I think of first usually, and that's because of John Gross is over at Akron, which they covered against Purdue, which I was thrilled about. But as relates to this game, look, 4-7 versus a 3-7 team hooking up here. 4-7. Akron lost to Kent State 35-42, a 7.5-point shock. That was a game that I was on Kent State for, if you remember. Nice back-to-back wins against UMass and Buffalo. But what did I tell you, Craig? I don't trust them to win 3 in a row, and they didn't win 3 in a row. They also gave up 42 points in the process. Of course, they lost in overtime. But they were down in that game. And keep in mind that this was a game where this team just could not be as effective as they needed to be. And Kent State, It was 14-17 going into the half, and then the kind of wheels fell off. Bowling Green State here has lost 4 straight covers in a row. Maybe people are starting to figure out Eddie George's system a little bit. They were favored by a touchdown and a half against Kent State too, and they lost 21-24. They come off a 21-27 loss against Eastern Michigan as well. I think this is a contest where you have an opportunity here for Bowling Green to possibly. Keep in mind that Bowling Green State won 27-20 as well last year too. I just think Akron is going to be so upset coming off that tough loss, where they were favored by 7.5, losing in overtime. They are 4-7. After this game, this is a team I think they close out pretty well. Not only do they have revenge from last year, bear in mind that Akron does return, obviously, their senior quarterback too. Bowling Green has a first-year head coach. But I think Akron, at the end of the day, with Joe Moorhead, will come in here, remembers last year's loss, comes off a 7.5-point loss at home. And Akron can attract decent coaching, too. I think this is a must-win for him, whereas Eddie George, it's not a must-win. It's in his first year. I'm going to back Akron plus the 3.5 points here, Craig.
All right, that's what we like for Tuesday's games. Don't forget, we cover all the college football games. So at the end of the video, click the playlist to make sure you get on all the stuff we cover all the NBA games, a lot of college basketball. So make sure you check out our playlist. Also, if you want to enter our absolute top plays, a couple of different ways to do it. One, the 2-for-1 football pass. It comes out on Thursdays at 6 p.m. You can't beat it. 14 plays in it. Last week, we had a slight losing week. We're going to be bounced back a big week. We had a nice week, but week before. DocSports.com/CraigArun, $99. If you want in to get a bunch of extra plays on top of that, go ahead and purchase that $49.99 a month, level 3. You'll get all 3 levels. You'll end up with some extra parlays, props, sides, totals, about $3,000 worth of picks a month for just $49.99. All right, guys, have a great day. See you again tomorrow.